Okay. Okay. Okay, it's not focusing. There we go. Alright. His color's picking up really well on camera. But, welcome everyone to part 3 of this little customizing vlog series that I'm doing. I have finished his base coat, body coat, whatever you want to call it, coat color. And this definitely was not an easy process. So, let me explain where everything went south. So, his last layer of shading I did was straight, just black pastel. I just wanted to darken him up a bit more. And when I was done with that layer, obviously I had to seal him off. I wanted to give him 2 coats of sealer to seal his body off and then move on to his detail work. But I made the mistake of not checking the humidity levels outside because I went outside early in the morning. I was like, ooh, it's really humid. I need to wait to spray him. So obviously I don't want the spray to have a chemical reaction. I was like, let me wait, and so I waited, and then I went back outside a couple hours later, and I could just feel the humidity wasn't as bad. So I thought I would be good. I was like, cool, let me just go ahead and spray him now. Well, it didn't feel like it was humid out, but the humidity levels were like hot in the high 60s, almost 70% humidity. And of course, my sealer had a chemical reaction, like most sealers do when it's humid out. When you spray your model, it gives you this horrible, like, white cast. It looks like dust. Literally, it looks like dust. That's all over your model horse. And, of course, I didn't think it would happen because it didn't feel humid out, but it was. So, he pretty much got ruined, in a way, but not ruined, because I was able to fix most of it. After that happened, I was like, wow, I really need to just, from now on, I'm never, ever going outside and spraying a model horse with sealer unless I know the humidity is like 30% or lower. So a couple days later, the humidity was real low, it was like 20-something%. So I gave him another coat of sealer, which helped tremendously, but you could still see a lot of like that white cast. And so I was like, I'm gonna have to give him another coat of sealer because there is a way you can fix it. I would have to do another layer of pastels, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to make him any darker than he already is. I really like the color he's at right now. So I didn't want to go in with more pastels to try and fix him. I wanted to work with what I had. So I did that one, another coat of sealer, and like I said, it was still showing. Then I did another coat of sealer, and now this is where we're at now. For the most part, you can't really see it unless you use flash or unless he's in like direct sunlight. But for the most part, he looks fine. Like, it's no big deal. I find that I'm a big perfectionist. And so any little flaw I find or anything that happens, it drives me absolutely insane. Because throughout this entire process, it was going so smoothly and so perfect. And then this happened and it really like threw me off. But I'm too much of a perfectionist and I just need to just chill because he literally looks fine. Like he's still a really pretty model, and I can't wait to do his mane and tail because I feel like that'll really help his coat color pop more since it's gonna be white. But yeah, just wanted to update you guys on what happened there because it was pretty scary when you think you've literally ruined a model you've been working on, but I fixed him to the best of my abilities. Now I have to move forward and finish this guy. Today is Wednesday. I wanted to finish him this week, but I am behind a few days because I had to go in with an extra layer of sealer. So we got one more extra layer of sealer than originally planned. His final coat color was only supposed to get 2, but because I made that mistake of doing it when it was too humid out, he had to get 3. So he is coated in 3 coats of Rust-Oleum matte sealer. But yeah, I mean, at least I know he's sealed real good. But anyways, I'm a little behind schedule, so I really want to finish him. I'm pretty sure I'll finish his mane and tail today, and I'll work on his hooves tonight. I don't know if I should do his eyes. I think I'll do his hooves last. I'll do his mane and tail first, then his eyes, and then his hooves, and then of course glossing and whatever else. I just wanted to show you guys that process. I guess I'll show you guys what I'm working with. Okay, so sorry if the lighting isn't as good as it can be. Both of my windows are open. So, anyways, So this is what I'm going to be using for his mane and tail. I have just some paintbrushes here. I'm going to go through these and see which one works. There's usually one that I gravitate towards. I'm pretty sure it's this one where my thumb's pointed to. But yeah, we'll see. And then for the white base coat, I'm going to be using the Fine Touch acrylic paint. This is in, I was going to say this is in the shade because I'm so used to doing makeup, but this is in titanium white, and it tells you the opaqueness level, which is medium, and just all that good stuff. I really like this paint. It's the paint I've used for every horse that I've painted so far, and it lasts me a while. So love that paint. And then once it's nice and white, a stark white, nice and opaque, I'm gonna go in with this. This is what I'm really excited for. This is a white metallic. It's not like super metallic to the point where it's like very obviously unrealistic. It just gives it a nice sheen. I used it on a commission I've done before, and it's just a really pretty, like pearly, I don't know if I can open it to show you guys, but it's just like this really pretty pearly white color that I put on top of the whites. Yeah, I can't open it with one hand, but you guys will be able to see it, so I'm very excited. I feel like this is going to make him look so much more put together. So obviously his tail is just a mess of colors. I should have gotten like a bag or something or taped it off so it would be easy to paint in the long run, but that's okay. Anyways, so I'm going to get started on that. I'm going to show you guys how I water down my paint. I water it down basically to the consistency of milk. I'll go ahead and water down my paint, and I'll go ahead and show you guys me painting. I'm going to start on his tail and then work on his mane after, but show you guys his tail. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'm going to be putting my paint in this thing that I have. This is the same thing I used for the pastels. I just went ahead and washed it out, made sure all the pastel dust was completely gone so it wouldn't contaminate the white. I'm going to use a different brush. I said I was going to use this one brush I had, but that one's a little too rough, so I'm just going to use this one. It's just like this nice squared type of shape. It's really soft, so I'm going to use this brush. And I'm going to show you guys how I water down my paint. So I'm going to kind of use a lot because he is a big horse and I've got a lot of ground to cover with him. And I also set down some newspaper just to protect my desk. I'm going to go ahead and start off with this much. That should be good. And then I'm going to get some water and show you guys how much water I put. So I have my little cup of water here. I'm just going to add in some water slowly, just little bits at a time until I get that milk-like consistency that I'm telling you guys about. So, there we go. Just a little bit at a time. That was honestly probably too much, so I can always move it around. But I just start mixing it and adding more water, taking away the water till I get that consistency that I want. See, even this is still too thick. I'm gonna add more water. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. Oops, sorry. Honestly, I thought I added too much water, but at first glance it looked like a lot, but actually might not be enough. So just keep mixing, just keep mixing, just keep mixing. And I think this is actually a pretty good consistency. I'm just trying to push it all in this corner so I can mix it all. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like, honestly, this is like heavy cream consistency rather than milk, which I think would work, but just to be safe, I'm just gonna add a little bit more. And I think that just about does it. This looks like a good consistency. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's nice and liquidy. It's maybe a little thicker than milk. Still pretty milky, almost like heavy cream. It doesn't exactly drip when you lift it. It doesn't really drip. It's not super watery. It sticks to the brush, but it's not like glue. You know, it's a lot thinner than glue. It's heavy cream, basically. Heavy cream consistency. So, this looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and start applying this to his tail, and I'll show you guys that. me just move him back right here, and I'll adjust the camera and show you guys. Alright, so here is his tail. I'm gonna go ahead and start applying the paint to it. It's been a while since I've done this. We'll just see what happens, you know, we're just going with it. So I have some paint loaded onto my brush. I'm just gonna start at the bottom and I guess see what happens. Alright, here goes everything. So, I've went ahead and applied Jenner's coat, and I'm just working it up towards the top of his tail, but this is definitely gonna take a couple layers. So I'm gonna keep painting, and I guess you guys can watch me, I guess. I'll just speed it up. Yeah, but since the layers of white are so thin, it's gonna take a while to build them up to be opaque, because white is not the most opaque color. It's literally the least opaque color. You don't want your layers of whites to be too thick, because then it just looks clumpy and streaky and unprofessional. So that's why you have to water down your whites. And yeah, so I will continue painting his tail. You guys can go ahead, sit back and watch, and I'll let you know when he's done. Alright, so I have successfully done one layer of whites on his tail. It's still wet, it still needs to dry. So far so good, there's already a huge difference. Yeah, I'm really excited. I haven't done the underside yet. I'm doing that later, because when I move him I kind of use the underside of his tail as leverage. It's gonna take me a lot of layers, a lot, and they have to dry in between, so I'm gonna be here for a while. We'll check back in with you guys when his tail is complete, and right before I'm gonna do the metallic coat. So I will see you guys later. Okay, so I have finished painting his tail. It took about 10 layers. I thought it was gonna be a lot longer than that. It would take a lot longer. It only took about 10 layers. The underside of his tail is kind of having a harder time catching or picking up the color. For the most part, it's pretty opaque, so I think I'm going to try and put the metallic on it now. I went ahead and got ahead of myself and started working on his mane, which is almost done. I just have to work on the ends a bit, because the ends are still a little opaque. And I have to do touch-ups, because of course I got like white paint on his body in certain places. Like right there, I got like white here. It's not going to focus, but I have to do touch-ups anyways, regardless. So and I have not touched his little forelock yet. I'm gonna try to do the metallic on the underside of his tail and just see what happens. And I might do a little test strip on his mane, because to be honest with you, I'm over like the white markings. It's just so time consuming, and it can drive anyone insane, and I want to work on his eyes, but I still have to do his forelock anyways. But yeah, so I'm just gonna test out the water, see what I have to do to make him, you know, where he needs to be, and I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, here is an update. I went ahead and finished his tail. So his tail is done, which is nice. Nice to finish something. I went ahead and put that metallic coat on top, and it looks really nice. It kind of gave it a slight yellow tint. It's not really picking up on camera. It looks really nice. So yeah, his tail is done, and I did a little test of the metallic on his mane, and his mane wasn't opaque enough, so I went ahead and did more coats of white paint, and I'm at this point I think I'm pretty much good to go on that. I'll do touch-ups here and there. I like right here, this little section. Obviously I have to do touch-ups because you can see where's my finger, the paint got a little bit out of the lines. I have to do a lot of touch-ups on this guy, but getting there. I already started painting his forelock. So before I go in with a metallic on this part of his mane, like the main part, I'm just gonna finish his forelock first. That way I can do it all together. Like, I don't want to put the metallic on this part and then still be working on this part for it to be opaque enough for me to put the metallic on. Once I have finished, you know, his forelock, and once it's opaque enough, then I'll go ahead and do the metallic coat on that. And then I'm going to go ahead and work on his touch-ups. I have no idea how long it's going to take me, but I have to do quite a lot. Like, I have to touch up, not sure if you can see it, but there's a white part right there. I have to touch up where I messed up under here. I have to touch up, there's like this weird white spot on him. It's not that noticeable. Without the light, it's more noticeable. I don't know if you can see it. It's like right there. I don't know, it's weird. I know I have to do touch-ups on one of his knees, so, or whatever you call it. I have to do his back left knee. Please focus. As you can see, we got some paint right there, right there, all up in his butt. That's why I don't like painting models where their tail is down like this, because it's hard to get up in there. Anyways, and that's all I can really see at the moment. Oh, and then, just kidding, he needs touch-ups on his other leg too. See that white right there? But yeah. I need to do some touch-ups in his mane, right there. And that little crack, there's some white. And then right there. Wow, it just went out of focus. Right there, little boop right there. And then right over here, right there. Yeah, just little stuff like that I'm very nitpicky about. And I want to make sure I'm perfecting him as much as I possibly can. You know, he is hand painted, so he's not going to be perfect. But if there's obvious flaws like that I can fix, I'm going to try to do everything in my power to fix them. So, I will get back to you guys when I have finished his forelock and I'm about to paint that metallic coat on it. I'll go ahead and show you guys that. Little by little, we're getting there. So, see you guys later. Alright guys, finally. Today is November 7th. Last time I checked in on you guys, it was October 27th. And since then, I have been working away on his mane and his forelock, and it's taking forever. His tail was really quick. I don't know what it was with his tail. Like, the white paint just picked up really quick, but for some reason his mane, or more specifically this part of his mane, has been taking forever. I did 10 layers of white on his tail, and that was good. This part of his mane, I don't know how many layers I've done. I've done a lot more than 10, I can tell you that. But yeah, so it's pretty much done. As you can see, I really need to do touch-ups, like there. Yeah, I need to do touch-ups on that and just all over him. So I'm gonna show you guys me painting the metallic, because it's finally ready. It's still wet, so I have to wait for it to dry, and it takes forever to dry. So I might just wait to do the metallic tonight, and then let that dry, and then tomorrow I'll start doing his touch-ups. Finally, because after I'm done with his touch-ups, I can finally do his eyes and his hooves, and then he'll be done. It's been about a month. I've been working on him for a month and 2 days, which isn't too bad. I mean, I definitely could have finished him quicker. I have had, you know, rough days where I just don't feel like doing anything. Motivation, you know, I've had those days, but I definitely think when I put, you know, my mind to it and just force myself to do things, just do it, you know, even though it sucks and you don't feel like it. It's the only way things are gonna get done. So tonight, I'm gonna show you guys me painting the metallic on him, like I did with his tail, which looks really pretty. See you guys tonight. Wanted to give you guys an update on this guy. I went ahead and finished his mane, his forelock, so his mane and tail. Well, actually, there's a few spots that I like missed on his tail, like right there. Probably can't see it, but for the most part, it's done. I have It's, what time is it? It's 3 o'clock, like 3 o'clock on the dot. And I have been working on him all day doing his touch-ups. Basically anywhere that I accidentally got like white paint on him, I've been working on just touching that up and getting it gone. Like there was a white spot. It was like right here. I don't know. But it's gone. And then some white spots on his leg that used to be there, they're gone, and I'm just doing that. I'm also trying to build up his hooves since I had to sand them, and now I'm trying to just build up the color with pastels. I'm working with pastels again, so I have to do the touch-ups, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Like I have to, you know, fix my mistakes. And then underneath his tail, I was able to fix it up pretty good. But yeah, so I'm just doing touch-ups, and I'm probably going to keep doing touch-ups for the rest of the day. When I'm done with doing touch-ups and getting his hooves ready, I'm going to do his eyes. And I'm really excited for that, because I feel like when I do his eyes, he's really going to come to life, you know? So yeah, I'm just going to keep doing his touch-ups. I just didn't want to show you guys because it's just a long process. I've been putting pastels on him, taking him out to spray him. Putting pastels on him, taking him out to spray him. It's just tedious process, and it's not that fun to show. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I will get back to you guys when I have finished his touch-ups and when I'm about to do his eyes. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, so I have finally finished his touch-ups. His color is picking up really pretty on camera right now, but anyway, yeah, I finished his touch-ups. The bottom of his hooves are nice and opaque. Is that the word? So now I am finally going to start on his eyes. Really gonna bring him to life now, which I will be showing you guys. I want to give him some really pretty, like, golden brown eyes. I have a little reference photo or a little step-by-step guide I'm gonna be following, and I'm just gonna show you guys that. So to do like the whites of his eyes or like the pink of his eyes, I think this is the one I use. I usually use this. It's called Vivid Pink. I don't know if I want to like put some white in here to make it less, like, more toned down. It looks more like a hot pink in the bottle. I don't know if you can even see, but it's more like a baby pink. I don't know if I want to tone that down, because since he is such a dark horse, it might give the illusion that it's like a lot more pink than it is. So I might just tone it down with some white paint, but oh shoot, but I don't know, we'll have to see. So yeah, I'm gonna try this out, put it on my little paint platter thing, see what it looks like, and if I want to lighten it up a bit, I will. So I went ahead and poured some of the paint on this little platter that I have here that I've been using, and I think it looks more like violet on the camera. In person it's more of like a baby pink, but I definitely think I'm going to add some white to it. I just feel like it's just too pink, and that's not very realistic. I don't feel like horses' eyes are this pink. So yeah, I'm just going to add some white to it, gradually add it so I can get the right color. I will get back to you guys when I have the perfect shade of pink. Alright folks, so we went from this to this. It's like a baby pink. It looks like gross on camera. Sorry that the lighting's off, but I'm much more comfortable with this color now, so I'm gonna go ahead and work on this eye. This is like his bad eye. Hang on, you can't see. Bad eye, because for some reason with this model, I painted this mold before. I did a leopard Appaloosa a while ago, like last year I think, and his other eye is like fine, but this one, it bulges out a lot, like I don't know, so it's because it bulges out, it can look wonky. So yeah, I'm just gonna do his bad eye first. I mean, I'm gonna do it step by step on each eye. Like, I'm gonna do the pink on this eye, and then do the pink on the other eye. I'm gonna do the black or whatever on this eye. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna do one eye all at once, but I am gonna start with this one. Oh, I hope that made sense. Anyways, so I'm just gonna show you guys that, and yeah, he's really gonna start coming to life now, so that's exciting. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't show you guys the full entirety of me painting his eye. The angle I positioned the camera was making it hard for me to just paint, so I had to just move the camera out of the way and just paint it. But the pinks of his eyes are now painted. It is a little translucent in some spots. I guess you can kind of see towards the bottom half of his eye. It's like a little translucent. And then on the other side, his eye, you can definitely see it's a little translucent as well. So I don't know. I mean, a lot of that's gonna be covered up anyways. So I'm kind of debating if I should go back in with another coat or just not worry about it, because it's gonna mostly be covered up anyways. See right here, you can really see where it's like translucent. Yeah, he is looking very creepy, but nonetheless alive. So the next step I'm gonna do after this, after I'm done debating whether or not I should do another layer of pink, I'm gonna go in with black, not his pupil, just leave a little bit of the front of his eye exposed, go in with black, and then go in with like a gray and leave a little bit of a line of black showing, and then go in back in with black, and then go in with a golden brown, and then his pupil. It's a long process. You guys will see what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for him to dry, and I'll be back when he's dried, and I'm gonna do the black. Alright guys, so I really want to show you guys like me painting his eyes, but for some reason I can't get a good like camera angle. And when I do get a good angle, I can't paint him properly because the camera is like in the way of like my, I don't know, my space, and so I can't like paint properly. I don't know. So I might have to just do this off camera, just check back in with every layer that I do, but I already did this first layer of black on this eye. I have to do it on the other eye now. This is what it looks like so far. As you can see, he just has the black and then a little bit of pink. Yeah, he looks very pretty. So I just have to do it on this eye. And I decided not to do a second layer of the pink just because, like I said, most of it would be covered up anyways, so it really wasn't needed. So yeah, I'm gonna do the black on the other side and then check back in with you guys. Alright guys, so I finished the first layer of black. As you can tell, I'm just waiting for it to dry. There is his other one. There we go. Finally focused. Now I have to just wait for that to dry. Then I'm going to go in with a layer of gray and just leave a little bit of black showing. And then his eye will be gray and then just a little bit of black. And then I have to go in with black again. And then I'm going to go in with his color of his eye, like his actual eye color, which is going to be really pretty, like golden metallic brown, kind of tie in with his metallic looking mane. And then I'm going to do his pupil, maybe add a blue reflection. I don't know, we'll see. The shade of blue I have is too light, so I don't think it'll work too well, but I don't know, we'll see. And I can gloss it. We're getting there. So now I'm going to do the layer of gray. I'm actually kind of hungry, so I might just go eat. Yeah, regardless, I'll be back when he has the gray done. Alright guys, it's actually the next day. I went ahead and finished the layer of gray I was telling you guys about. So here it is on that eye. As you can see, hopefully you can kind of understand what I'm talking about now. It's like I left just like a thin line of black showing. And I did the same thing on his other eye. I literally just did it, so I'm waiting for it to dry. The shade I used is Light Gray by Americana. Even though like when you shake acrylic paint in the bottle and it sounds very watery and like liquidy, I still water them down, because if not, they're just really hard to work with. So even gray right here, I had to water it down. Once this dries, I'm gonna go back in with the black, do the same exact thing, just leave a little bit of gray showing. Then I'm I'm going to go in with, I think, like a dark chocolate brown, which I think I have the perfect shade for it, which I'll show you guys once I'm there. And leave a little bit of black showing, that chocolate brown, and then cover up the chocolate brown with like this golden, really pretty golden metallic brown that I told you guys about because I wanted it to tie in with his mane. There's just a lot of steps I have to do. Well, I love doing eyes. I think eyes are very fun to do, and I think like they just bring a model to life. I mean obviously, yeah, I just left a little bit of that black showing. But I don't know if you guys can understand what I'm saying. Like, see how his left eye, or his right, our left, but how his left eye is just small and it's just different. Like, you can tell his eyes are different. Like, the one on the right is more large and kind of deep set into his face, and the one on the left kind of just bulges out and looks kind of like alien-like. So I think that's one thing I noticed about this mold is a lot of molds, there's always like a good eye and a wonky eye. Same thing with an amber, like the Briar Amber mold. I painted her a while ago. She was like my second custom I ever did, and her eyes are wonky like that too. So I will get back to you guys once I have done that second layer of black. Alright, so I just finished the second layer of black. Let me zoom in for you guys so y'all can see. As you can see, he has black and then gray and then black again. Coming along really, really well. I really like this eye. I feel like he's looking off to the side and it's giving him a lot of expression. I don't know, his face just looks really cute. I can show you guys. Oh my gosh, he just looks so cute. Anyways, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with a brown. I was gonna do like a dark espresso brown, but I've decided to go in with this. It's literally in the shade milk chocolate, like a milk chocolate brown. Put that on top of the black and just leave a little bit of black showing, like what I've been doing. And then once that is dried, I'm gonna go over it, cover the entire brown area. I'm not gonna leave a little rim like I've been doing. It's a metallic gold, but I've run into a problem. I have no idea where my metallic gold is. I know I have it because in my last customizing vlog thing that I did, I actually painted this same exact mold into a leopard Appaloosa. And in the video, I'm showing you guys like the metallic gold, like I'm literally showing it in the video, and I have no idea where it went. It's not with the rest of my paint, and I don't keep any of my supplies like scattered. Like I have a designated area for like all my stuff, and it's just not there. So I have no idea where it is. I might have to go to the store and get a new one, which means I might not be able to finish his eyes as quickly as I wanted. I don't know, we'll see. So I'll get back to you guys when this lovely shade of brown is on his eyes. Let me show you his other one. There's his other one. Yeah, so, and then he looks from the front, kind of looks funny. I'll get back to you guys when I have finished the next step. Alright, I went ahead and added the brown, but I was gonna use this Americana milk chocolate like I showed you guys. But when I put it on my palette, I don't know, it was just a little bit too warm toned for me. It just a bit too red almost. I ended up using this, which yeah, I think this is like a perfect shade, and it's actually a gel stain, Americana gel stain in the shade Oak. Since it's translucent, I think it worked perfectly because that way the black will be seen underneath, so it'll really give his eye some dimension. To me, that looks awesome. Definitely more realistic than just like a stark, opaque color. Yeah, so I just did that waiting for it to dry, and I'm supposed to go on top of that with like this metallic gold, but like I said, I can't find it. I have no idea where it is. Oh, I don't think I'll be able to finish his eyes today, which sucks because I really wanted to, so I could work on his hooves. Yeah, I have no idea where it went, and obviously I need it, because after I do that, then I have to do his pupil. I have to gloss them. I don't think I'm gonna do the blue reflection, shadow of reflection, whatever it's called. I just don't have the right shade for that. I just really like how it's looking so far. I really like this shade of brown though. I feel like it really ties in with his coat color. Maybe if I zoom out, it just looks more softer than the black, you know. I guess I'll get back to you guys when I have the metallic. Probably gonna have to go to the store, but I don't think I'll be able to go today or tomorrow, so I don't know when I'll be able to go. Run to Hobby Lobby. I seriously doubt I'm gonna find it. See you guys when I have an update on the metallic gold that I need. Update. I found it. Yeah, I found it. It was in my mom's room. It fell and it was like on the floor, like behind her curtain, because I guess I borrowed my bag of paints, and so it's like the bag was like overflowing with paint, so it just fell. But yeah, I found it, so I don't have to go to Hobby Lobby and buy another one. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cover up all of this brown that I just did with that stain, that translucent stain. Just cover it all up, and then do his pupil, and then gloss them, and his eyes will be done, guys. Like, oh my gosh, oh, I'm so excited. And then I just have to do his hooves. I'll get back to you guys when I have metallic on his eyes. I painted the metallic. Here's the other side. Hopefully you can see that. This is the nerve-wracking part. I have to do his pupils. Any little mistake will make them look wonky. His pupils are, like our pupils, are horizontal and more football shaped, so shall see. Update you guys how it went. Alright guys, so I finished his eyes. I don't want to show you guys too much because I do want his details and whatnot to be like revealed in his sale photos. For some reason I this is usually like the good eye on this mold for me, but for some reason on this time around I really like the way this one came out better. Now that that is done, I'm going to go ahead and start working on his hooves. One thing I don't like about this mold is it doesn't really have a lot of hoof base to do much. A lot of it's just covered up by his feathering. His front hoof is decent, and so is this one right here, but like this back left one is just, there's barely any like room to do a lot of hoof detail, which sucks. I'm gonna try my best. I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do, put on like some gray, like cover his whole hoof in gray as the base coat, and then add some white pastel detailing with a fan brush. So I'll be back when his hooves are done because I really want to finish this video, and then I'll do his horseshoes and then gloss his hooves, his eyes and nostrils, and then he's done. So it's really exciting. Yeah, like I said, I'll get back to you guys when his hooves are done, and I'm about to move on to his horseshoes. Okay, so I finished his hooves. I actually went in a different direction that I was gonna go originally. Originally I was gonna do the gray and then the white pastel or pencil detailing or whatever, but the gray came out like really light, and so if I were to do white on top, it'd be barely noticeable. So I just went in with like this espresso brown. It's called espresso bean. I just did that, and then I of course did the detailing with the white colored pencil. Like I said though, it's just kind of hard to do like really detailed hooves on this guy because the surface area is just so small, because like I said, a lot of it's covered up with his feathering. His front hoof is really the only one I could really in there, but yeah, so something I was debating if I was gonna do black, but I was like, no, I want to do something a bit softer. So I just did that espresso browns. Next up, I have to paint on his horseshoes. I'm just using this folk art metallic silver, sterling silver. I'm gonna give him some on the bottom. Oh, and I also, like 3 of his hooves are like flat on the bottom, so it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do with that? You know what I mean? One of them is nice and detailed, so I went ahead and did the pencil detailing in that one too. Now I'm gonna give him some horseshoes. After that, he should be done. I just have to gloss him. We'll get back to you guys when I am done with his horseshoes, when I'm about to gloss him. Using this stuff right here. I will be right back. Alright, I finished his horseshoes, and it was being difficult because for some reason it's like the paint was resisting him. Like I would put the paint down and it would kind of just like resist it. I don't know. I think it's because of sealer. But I managed to make it work, so that was a little annoying. I managed to make it work, so now he has horseshoes, and I went ahead and went in to his hooves again, and I just added a little bit of black color pencil to his hooves just to add some more dimension because I feel like they were looking a little bit too chalky. Now I'm gonna go ahead and gloss him, the last and final step. I'm so excited. Again, this is the gloss that I use. I will see you guys when he is completely finished. So once again, I will be right back. Alright, you guys, I'm back. It is now 5:11, and I've been working on him for about 5 hours now. But he's done. Finally, he is done. Oh my gosh, it took me over 2 months to finish him. I'm just, honestly, just really relieved, but now comes the stressful part, which is me trying to sell him. I did want to say thank you guys for watching this video and for watching this vlog series that I did. If you did watch, you know, every single part 1, 2, and 3, it means a lot. I worked really hard on this horse. A lot happened while I was working on this horse. I had a procedure done, my dog passed away, and a lot just happened. I decided to name him. He does have a name already. I decided to name him after my dog, who has passed. If you guys want to know his name and some glamour shots of him, some more detailed photos, because I know this camera doesn't do him justice, will be up on all horse sales pages. Also my Instagram, check out my Instagram, which is just bwl.productions, and Facebook. I'll link everything down below. I guess this concludes my little vlogging series that I'm doing for this guy. I might take a break before I start painting another horse because it's very time consuming and lots of patience is required. And yeah, so thanks again for watching this video. I hope you guys like how he turned out, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, night, evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. I'm probably gonna have to take pictures of him tomorrow because it's like 5 o'clock and then the sun goes down early because daylight savings or whatever. It's like already dark out and there's not good lighting, so tomorrow I'll try to get good pictures of him. Yeah, I guess we'll see what the future holds for him, for me. If you guys would like to see more customizing videos like this, let me know. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.